Yeah, I got issues. Okay, guys. This Sunday is the last Walking Dead episode that Andrew Lincoln will be appearing in as Rick Grimes. Everybody's losing their minds about it, and there's already some stuff already in the internet about different theories as to whether or not he survives or he dies. So I just came across something today, just a couple of days before Sunday, that made me go, "Oh my God, yo, you people!" Um, so I'm gonna just come out with it. So for those of you who have not seen this or do not want to know until Sunday night when you actually watch it for yourself, you need to turn this off right now. Turn it off. Turn it off. For those of you who want to stick around and say, "Yeah, I want to know right now. I don't want to wait," then here we go. Ready? One, two, three. There was a report, uh, that I came across the internet from regarding, I think, DirecTV, that posted the synopsis for The Walking Dead episode 6. And guess what it said? 6 years after Rick's disappearance. Disappearance. Rick lives, apparently. Now, a part of me was kind of ticked that I came across that because it wasn't purposeful. I just came across it. I was like, what the? I hate that about the internet. It spoils things for you sometimes. However, after thinking about it after a few minutes, I was like, you know what? I was kind of relieved. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, Rick Grimes, no more Andrew Lincoln. He is the Walking Dead. The show's not going to last. Show's not going to last. I said this in my breaking news back in the summer when it was first announced that he was going to leave the show. And I was like, how's they going to pull this off? They can't pull it. And if you saw The Walking Dead uh, episode 4 this past Sunday, you saw what happened. He fell off his horse. It went into this thing sticking through him. I was thinking, oh, this is how he dies. And that it left you with a cliffhanger because you didn't really want to see him die like that. That's not how you want to see him go. He was the one that he was the Walking Dead. This was all about his story. And until Carl died, it was all about his story too. But you know what they did with that. Here we are. I am very excited to know about this and to know that he's going to survive. Now, I think it's connected. I'm not sure yet, but I think it's connected with the helicopters and Anne slash Jadis, who's having her issues right now, but she seems to still be in contact with these helicopter people, and that they're gonna probably, for some weird reason, take Rick away, or maybe they'll find him, or maybe something will happen that will cause Rick to disappear. Now, disappearance implies that nobody knows where he is or he is presumed dead. That's what that means. If we're talking like that, then that means that everybody in the communities think he's dead. It also means that if it's a 6 year gap, that Judith is going to be like 10 years old at that point, which means that she'll be like around the same age that Chandler Riggs was when the first season of Walking Dead came. So now we're going to see this young girl kind of load up and be ready to fight the dead. But the other thing that made me realize, oh snap, okay, remember the trailer um, back in the spring that was released during San Diego Comic Con when they showed the first trailer for The Walking Dead this season, and you saw these group of people we never saw before. They were like talking to Father Gabriel, and he was kind of like interviewing them in a way. And one of them was hearing impaired, and the other girl was kind of like helping translate with sign language. And he said, "Well, who are you now?" Remember that? Father Gabriel had like a grown-in goatee, like a grown-in beard. Whereas now, as you're watching this, he doesn't have that. So that made me go, you know what? Now looking back at them, like that's the time jump. So apparently, we're going to be introduced to these new characters that have come in and joined the community 6 years after the events of what's going to happen this Sunday, and this is going to be very interesting how this is going to play out. I also believe that the story angle regarding the Whisperers isn't going to happen now. I think that will be something that will be introduced after the time jump, after the 6 year time jump. So we're not going to see Rick Grimes' involvement in that. It's involved like that in the comic books because he's still alive and there. But in this TV series, I think that it's going to be a totally new kind of element regarding the whisperers and who's going to be dealing with them, who's going to be the leader of the communities. How is this going to work out? Speaking of leaders, Lauren Cohen, Maggie, she's on her way now to Alexandria to kill Negan. She wants to get it done. Will it turn out the way it does in the comics, that she spares his life at the last second after he begs and pleads for mercy? Or will something else happen? We don't know. That I don't know. That's more obscure now. Like, we know that Lauren Cohen's leaving the show also. There's been a lot of reports that it's also kind of going to be kind of like a going away thing. And there have been suggestions in the show so far that is exactly what's going to happen, that she's going to go join the Commonwealth and go join Georgie, with the lady with the glasses that we got introduced to with the twins that helped them build this community. So, she was talking about leaving with them. Now, is she going to leave baby Herschel behind, or is she going to take him with her? I like to think he would take him with her. That's her son. Come on, man. So that's all I got. Now, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen this Sunday? Talk to me. Comment below and share with me if you think that this is true, that Rick Grimes is actually going to survive, but he's going to be gone. But it's going to be hopeful that he disappears, because that means that there's a chance for him to come back, maybe at the very last episode of the last season of the series. Maybe that's how they wrap it up, with his return, reuniting with Sean and Judith and the rest of the community. I kind of like to see that, because that kind of wraps things up and gives it a good sense of closure. So anyway, that's the way I think about it. So let me know what you think about it. This is Ralph Perez from Strange Planet. We'll talk maybe after The Walking Dead. After, I'll give you an update on what I think. Take care.